Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, except for the girls part, because we all know no females watch this type of shit to begin with. Today's been a long time coming because we have finally really stepped up our vlogging rig game with my new Sony A7C paired with the Sigma 14 and 24 millimeter lens. I am not pointing the camera in the right direction, herp derp. I've been meaning to make this upgrade for a very long time. The equipment I've always had just did not really cut it as far as my standards go, so I never bothered to make videos with it, but this is going to change pretty much everything. If you're curious what I'm filming this with though, this is my Ganj Pro Hero 10. I've been pretty much vlogging with GoPros ever since I first started in like 2016. Those videos are long gone though. Terrible channel. All my videos are kind of shit. Don't know why people watch them. Got rid of it a few years ago, so those are long gone as far as the internet side of things, but I still have them on a hard drive for some reason because every now and then I'm feeling a good cringe session if I just want to binge watch them for some reason. Going on a bit of a tangent there, but this thing is going to pretty much bring life to this channel once and for all. I'm just going to take this outside for better lighting on the Ganj Pro. So for the continued support over on the main channel, if you aren't familiar with it, it is my Gran Turismo channel, 20,000 subscribers, just about, and it's really blown up recently and has allowed me to be able to make this kind of purchase to improve the videos over here on this channel, as well as the streaming quality on the main one. The reason why I made this upgrade is because my Sony a6000, which is my current streaming camera, it's missing a lot of key features that I need for vlogging. It doesn't have an external mic input. It doesn't have really good low light capabilities. It's only an APS-C sensor. It is not a full frame like this one is. And it, most importantly, does not have a front-facing screen like that. That is very crucial for vlogging. I need to see what I'm filming, even if it's my own face. But this thing is a total beast. I've been playing around with it a little bit today, and the low light is plenty good enough for my use application. I'm gonna get down right there. You can probably kind of see me. So, yes, my Rode Video Micro thing is gonna be hanging in the shot of this because Ganj Pro. So, we're gonna switch over to the new rig. Also, if you can't tell, the mic is now facing away from me, and you can't really hear me as good because it's not bi-directional, unlike this Deity D4 Duo is. So, we're gonna switch over to the A60, I almost called it the A6600, that's not what it is. The A7C, and we're gonna just film some random shit with it because I need some practice with this thing, and this channel is not meant to be like a professional fucking vlogging channel where I just go overboard with editing or framing or whatever kind of bullshit. Not worried about that. I am an amateur vlogger. God, I hate saying that word. It's so stupid because it makes me sound like I'm just gonna film myself going to Starbucks every day or some shit. We're gonna do some cool shit with it. And without rambling on too much longer, we're gonna switch over to the new setup right now. And just like that, a massive world of a difference. It is on the F2.8 aperture right now, so you might notice the background is super blurry, which I don't know how I feel about that for vlogging because my face is gonna be so close up anyways, like, hi, how are you? And that was kind of weird, I'm sorry, but I might raise the aperture just a little bit as far as like the vlogging side of thing goes, like until I get to a low light situation like this. But over the next few videos, I'm definitely going to be playing around with the settings a little bit. I think I'm going to do 4K 30 FPS with the shutter speed at like 160. I think 160 might be a little too motion blurry for me, so I might crank that up over time. But yeah, and I gotta make sure to look at the lens, not the screen. I'm gonna be tempted to look at the screen because now, oh my god, I could see myself while vlogging. I've never experienced this in my life. But yeah, I can't wait to start getting a lot of content on this thing. Problem is, I don't have content to film because I'm broke. Even more broke now that I bought this shit. So I'm gonna find some random things to film over time. Maybe I could go over to a buddy's house and help them on their car, and they could pay me with content, so that might work. This might be the stupidest video I've ever filmed in my life. Just walking around filming some random shit on this camera. But I don't care. That's the entire point of this channel. I don't give a fuck. I'll post whatever I want, and that's the beauty of it. And for once, it's gonna be nice to not worry about upload frequency or making sure all the shit is like at the same standard as everybody else. This is my throwaway channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want on it. I said that 5 times already. Let's move on. Let's find some random shit to film. Let's go outside and film some pooch action. What's up? Oh, where's the zoom? There you are. Hi. Well, here's a Chinesian pit. Working on replacing the auger in this thing because shit pooped out on me the other day. Kinda left my tools out here because fuck it. Can't be bothered. And already starting to rust in there, so that's really nice. What you get for budgeting out on something like this? Give me your view. Am I zoomed in all the way? Nope. Focus, you fuck. There we go. So, looks like we're gonna need to do some practicing with this thing. By the way, I left the factory batteries charge up for a couple hours. Probably should have gotten an exact time, but after all that time, they are still only at about 65% whenever I took them out. So that's lovely. Here's the lighting in the garage. My shutter speed is 1/60th. Aperture 2.8, ISO only 500. That is incredibly low, but it is just a tad dark in here, so let me raise the exposure comp. This is only 2500 ISO right now. Back down to 1600. It's gonna fluctuate, obviously, but this is so freaking good because it's barely getting into the ISO at all, and it is somewhat bright in here. I mean, these lights aren't anything special, but in person I can see mostly fine until I get under the car, of course, but overall on camera, this is more than enough lighting. Let's do another test. Show inside the car. ISO is cranked up to 10,000 now. Ignore all the trash. I gotta clean this thing out. Pop this hood. How does it look in the engine bay? Oh yeah, that's still doing really good. This is exactly why I balled out on this specific lens and body, because I'm going to be doing a lot of low light stuff with this thing because I don't have the best lighting in the world in this garage, so it was really important that I got a setup good enough to where I will never have to worry about that stuff, hopefully, ever again. Now here's a real test. We'll turn off the main light and turn on the garage door opener light, which is just that single one right there. ISO is at 12,800 right now. Still the same shutter speed and aperture 1/60th at f2.8. And it's still doing exceptionally well. I wonder if 12,800 is enough ISO to see grain like in the like actual video playback, because you can't really see the grain as well on the screen because obviously it's not big enough and not good enough resolution, but this is all just to test everything out. I will start to mess around with the ISO at this point because it is pretty dark in here now. So we're just gonna slowly climb up through the ISO. This is 10,000, 16,000, 25,600, 40,000, 64,000. This is probably where it's starting to get pretty grainy. And this is the most it'll go, 102,400. Pretty good solid test as far as the garage goes, but I want some more real world examples. So we will head over to a random parking lot whenever it does get dark outside. I'm just moving this back to auto ISO, chill out. And we'll see how it does out there. That's going to be the real world test. So, pretty excited to see what this thing is going to do. Bad news. My polarized sunglasses are kind of messing with the screen, so I can't really see what I'm doing. But, wow, that is quite dark. Wanna bump it up there a little bit, buddy? Come on, you can do it. There we go. So it is now pretty much golden hour, and I want to go out and film some random stuff. There's a cool spot I want to go to, and I'm also going to be fucking vlogging myself getting food, wouldn't you know? 10 minutes into the damn video. But there's a cool spot I want to go drive by. It's currently golden hour, so it's a really nice sunset spot. So I just want to point and shoot at some random stuff and see how like the focal length is and everything like that. So let's just get right to it. Yeah, I'm vlogging while driving, but if you talk shit to me, you gotta talk shit to everybody else who doesn't. So there's been a weird thing going on with the FRS. Maybe I'm just being a pussy again, but it feels like it's breaking up a little bit every now and then, like after I like mash the throttle or something. Maybe it'll do it right here. Not that time, but right there. That's a really good example of what it's doing. I'm not too concerned about it just yet, but it is a little sussy. So might have to take a gander and see what's going on with that. But yeah, stuff, things. Can't see shit. Windshield's dirty, you gotta clean it. Also, I should probably roll up the windows. You probably can't even hear me. Focus, you fuck. It's not gonna want to focus. So yeah, this is one of the cool spots, I guess. Depending on how well you can actually see it. Focus. Focus. Why don't you want to focus? Fuck this. So yeah, here's one of the spots. It's just a fucking bridge, but the wide angle is gonna make it a lot harder to see anything. This is like a sunset spot. Pretty much everybody comes out here to watch the sunset and have sex in their car or some shit. A couple riders out there. I wish I had a bike. I could have bought a bike instead of this rig, but if there's anything I'm good at, it's making bad decisions. We're almost there, so not too much longer. Oh my god, my face looks so weird at this angle. I'm like, I did the same joke twice. I need to stop. Get a little bit more creative, why don't I? So, yeah, this thing's kind of a handful whenever you're driving. It's gonna take some practice. Either that, or I shouldn't just be doing it at fucking all. I am paying attention to the road. I'm not looking at the camera, so if my camera work is bad while I'm doing this, then fuck it, deal with it. So, I have stupid speed trap bullshit. That shit's so annoying. But hopefully it's a nice sunset by the time I get my food and start heading back, so. Isn't this just the stupidest thing I've ever filmed? Yes, it is. Also, hurry up, Chevy thing. Pretty freaking sick. Curious on how it's gonna turn out on YouTube once it's done with the compression and all that shit after going through editing. Oh my god, that is a really sneaky cop right there. You are so sneaky. But yeah, let's get back home and chow. Wait for nightfall. Head out to some random ass parking lot. So I've just been playing some Grand Bellissimo before I head out to get some more footage. But I got a 6-star roulette and I wanted to open it. See what we get. Yeah, I'm a Tomahawk user, get over it. So, only took literally a week straight of 1 and 2 stars to get something good, so let's see what we get this time. All I care about is an engine swap, and I'm not going to get that in this one, so yay. Okay, at least it wasn't the $2,000. Nice flashbang there. Stuff and things, yeah. Not too shabby, but all I give a shit about is an engine swap. That's all I really care for whenever it comes to roulette tickets, so... Not today, unfortunately. On a side note, wow, the setup looks really nice on this thing. So I found myself a fairly dark parking lot. Hopefully nobody creepily pulls up and wants to start a convo or take some shit in the middle of this. Quick little low light test. ISO's at 12,800 at the other usual specs. Let's try to lower the shutter speed a little bit. See what we can tolerate here. This is 25 shutter speed. It's a little jittery now. 30, 40, 50, 60, which is my ideal. Pretty much nothing lower than that. Actually, yeah, we are in 30 FPS, so this makes sense. This parking lot looks pretty lit. Pretty illuminated. My exposure comp is cranked up a little bit, so let's bring that back down to 0. It's back down to 10,000 ISO now, 8,000. This looked pretty decent when I was editing earlier, so not too much ISO. This parking lot it's just a tad brighter on the camera than it is like in person. If I were to give like a good estimate of what I'm seeing in real life, it's somewhere between this and this. I'd probably go with this, to be honest. So, somewhere around here is like what I see in real life. So, that's pretty good. I'm going to bring the ISO back to auto real quick. And this is like almost a perfect look, I think. Obviously, the lower ISO, the better. Less film grain and whatnot. And YouTube really doesn't like that stuff. So, I'd say, overall, it looks pretty damn good out here. If only I could just zoom in a little bit more, though. But at least we're in 4K, I can zoom it in pretty good in post. Now, how do I look in this parking lot? Oh my god, that is crispy. Yeah. I am loving this fucking rig, dude. It's so nice. FRS right there. Durr. You've been looking at it the whole time. What did I do? I do weird shit. You're gonna have to get used to it. But yeah. Oh man, this is so good. I don't even care at this point if there is a little bit of grain. I can live with that. As long as you can actually see what's going on, I'm happy. This looks so good. I need to focus on looking at the lens though. I keep looking at the freaking screen, but it's like way over there. I gotta look at the lens. Practice that, future me. Practice that. So, pretty stoked. I am loving this setup so far. So yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. Stay tuned for more vlogs. Subscribe if you are new. Whew. This is exciting. I haven't had a rig this nice pretty much ever. And I'm gonna document my entire process building this car. So also another thing I want to point out, if I zoom in all the way, it's still nicely framed for like vlogging, like just holding the camera in my hand and stuff like that. This is like at 18 millimeters now. This is still good. Like, I have so much room. So that's a pretty sick part about this. So stay tuned for more stuff. Like I said earlier, this channel is just going to be a whatever channel. I'm not going to be doing anything highly professional, obviously, judging by this video. I don't really care too much about that shit. I just want to show what I'm doing, and it's more like a documentary process type of thing that I'm going for. This channel isn't really to like show off anything. It's just to like keep track of my own progress as I build the FRS, as I just like work my way through life essentially. And the channel it's more for me than it is for an audience, I guess you can say. The audience part is just a bonus, I guess, but hopefully some people enjoy the content as we go along. I sure as fuck can't wait for it. So, with that being said, I think this is the third time I've said it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait. See you in the next one. And there goes my keys again. Nice. Really gotta work on that startup.